Hi folks, and welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be unboxing the MeacoDry. Okay, it's a dehumidifier. Ta-da! Now my previous dehumidifier packed up. I've had it 15-20 years. I've still got one running now, which is absolutely spot on. Saw this on the net, and I saw on the Witch magazine they were banging on about saying this is like the top one to get. The Meaco range is quite vast. There's whatever you want. So I've chosen this one. It's the 12 litre. Bear this in mind, don't get me wrong. Inside here you'll find a little tray. It'll only hold about, what, 2-3 litres, something like that. So let's have her out and have an unboxing. I will tell you, this cost me 170 quid. So, straight away, plastic bag, polystyrene, before you can even see it. Well, at the top of your dehumidifier, you've got your manuals and your booklet. So, just pretty straightforward. Now this will be, hopefully it'll come out easy. You know these things aren't quite the same as they should be. Oh, there it is. So it's actually quite light. It does come with a plug. Let's put that down. Now you do get different colours of tops. So why buy dehumidifier? Well, funny enough, it's one of those things that I do need one in my house. I live in a 1960s house, and basically I'll describe exactly what it's like. It's like living in a polystyrene box with a complete box all the way around. So if I'm creating condensation in the house, it goes on the windows and everywhere. And if it's not on the windows, it's in the air. So when Mrs. Crazy Baker or me, we're doing the washing, when we're actually hanging them up in the house, you tend to need to dry them. If you've got your central heating on, they don't tend to dry it, it makes it damp. So dehumidifier helps to dry your clothing. And also, in the long run, it saves you money, because when you turn on a tumble dryer, it just burns electric. In fact, the meters today will just whiz around, or the digits will just fly past when you've got a tumble dryer on. And especially one like this, modern ones today are most economical. And they should run very, very quietly. I've heard that all before. But remember, in modern houses, you most likely don't need this because you've got a heat exchange upstairs in your loft space. And basically that's circulating the air around your property, doing the job of the dehumidifier. Now, if you want to get one of these, you can. Now, I use one of these all the time in my garage with my cars. That sort of stops the deterioration on cars, so you can actually use them in the garage. This one's not suitable for the garage, it's too small. This is suitable for a 3-bedroomed house or 4-bedroomed house. The makers claim that this will take out around about 3 litres of water a day out your property. It all depends on your house. It depends on circumstance. Now, on this particular one, it does have a clothing dial, so you can actually put it onto clothing. So when you're hanging your washing up in your bedroom, if you've got like an area or a utility room where you're hanging stuff, you can actually press the button and that actually operates the dehumidifier to work, helping your clothes to dry. And now for the instructions how to operate this. Very simple and easy. Now to start with, you press your button and that switches on. Cool, can you hear that? Yeah, that is very loud, isn't it? And this is supposed to be quiet. They've made it that it's supposed to be 36 dB. I think that's quite loud actually. At least it's low fuel consumption. That is your button for doing your clothing. So you press that on or off. Also you've got your fan, and that's actually a lock button there as well to stop the kids mucking about with it. So obviously one's high, one's low. That's the low one. That's the high one. And this is your humidity stat. So you can obviously change this to whatever. And I think this is straightforward. This is a timer. So you can actually set it. In fact, you can have a sleep mode if you want. Personally, I just leave mine on all the time. So we'll just turn that off now because that's driving me nuts. So let's have a look at the back of the machine. So at the back here, very simple. This is your filter. You can actually get like a filter to go in here if you've got asthma and stuff. That's straightforward. And then this is easy. Just take it out and just empty the water away. It's got a control on it that even if it gets full, it automatically switches off. So you haven't really got to do much. Switch it on, and once it's full, just take it out, empty it in the sink or wherever. I always collect the water up and use it in the iron. Well, there you go, folks. That's the unboxing, and I've showed you how to use it. Very simple, easy operation. Now, once again, this is a MeacoDry, and they call it ABC Dehumidifier. This is a 12 litre. They've got a big range of dehumidifiers, so don't get confused with them all. There are so many of them. You really need to get the one that's going to suit your property. Because if you live in a smaller house than me, well, this one, I mean, mine's a 4-bedroom house, well, bungalow, and I'm on 1 level. This particularly wouldn't be any good in my whole property, because obviously you'd need to leave all the doors open right away across the house if it was going to do anything. I personally think this is just one you use in a room, and that would be plenty. And if you're in a flat, this would be ideal for a flat as well. But don't get me wrong, I have read the reviews on this, and 1 or 2 people saying their machine went mouldy. Now, even with everything you do, you still have to clean these machines. They're not, you just don't buy them and leave them. You still have to clean them out. The filters have to be cleaned on a regular basis at the back. You don't want it, because in a house, you create dust yourselves because it comes off you, the human. And that'll go into the filter at the back and block it up. Also, there's other things to consider. There could be cats and dogs running around the house. You've been out, the house gets dusty. At the moment, my house is really dusty, and I'm cheesed off with it because obviously the builder's been in. But this will help. And an essential thing with one of these dehumidifiers is you can actually dry your plaster with it. That's my old one is out there now, and that's out there just drying the plaster. So it actually sucks the air through the dehumidifier with the water and dumps it into the tray at the bottom. Now my one outside, that's got a gallon, which is about 5 litres of water. Now this one holds 3.5 litres of water. Now I dare to say I'm not thinking that you're going to get 3 litres of water in your house coming into the tray. You'll probably have to change this every 2 to 3 days, most likely. All depends on your property, and also it depends on your fan on the top here. If you've got a lot of air going in, and whether you've got it on or off. I leave mine on continuously all the time. I don't turn it off. In the summer months, I don't put a dehumidifier on at all, because you're hanging your washing on the line, and only for my own overalls and things, I'll probably chuck them in a tumble dryer to have them done quick, because if I'm working in the bakery, I do need to get things like that done quick. And if you like this type of content, please subscribe and please share. And in my next video with this dehumidifier, we'll be doing a full review on it, seeing how I'm getting on with it. And I'm going to be interested to find out how good it is against my old models, because those old models last a very long time. And this is just made of high-class plastic. And for 170 quid, it's still a lot of money. And we'll see you again very shortly on the Crazy Baker channel. Laters!